Hello, everyone. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you've been here before. And I'm Deanne Castro, Creative Memories Advisor in Bakersfield, California. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. It's so much fun to see some of your comments, see people commenting over and over. I'm actually getting to feel like I'm getting some really new friends. So thank you so much. This is so much fun for me. If you like this video, feel free to think about subscribing and then just let me know what you think. Today, I am doing a Christmas scrapbook border using Creative Memories Christmas charm paper, brand new. Used it last week on the page that I created. And so today I'm going to show you the border that I created. All right, let's go. Okay, here's two of them. This was the first one I did. This one is a little bit wider. I actually had done, this was just 1.5 inches wide, and I cut the paper kind of in this, I don't know what kind of shape that is, just kind of an angled cut. And I added it on here, and then I thought, oh, I wonder what it would look like if I had another one that had the paper going the opposite direction. So I cut another one and actually put this one together. So this one is 2.5 inches wide, and I kind of did it the hard way. So then I did this one, and I used our new punch. Well, actually, it's not new. It came out a long time ago as an incentive. If you signed up as an advisor, you got this punch for free. But now it's back out, and you can get this from your advisor, and it is beautiful. So I used it on this one. This border is only 2 inches wide, and I actually liked it a little better, being less wide. So let me show you how I did it. Okay, so I'm using Christmas charm paper, and I'm using some shimmer paper. This is black shimmer. This is gold shimmer. And so the first thing you want to do is you want to cut, oh, I moved the wrong one. You want to cut your background piece into a 2-inch piece. So I'm going to use my trimmer and cut this paper at 2 inches. Okay, I'm going to set it off to the side. And then I'm going to cut this one at 2 inches as well. This is the one that's going to be accenting, the one that we're going to be cutting. And that sort of arrow shape. Now I'm going to change my blade. This is going to be the scoring blade. And you know what? It's getting a little dark in here. Sun's going down this afternoon. So let me turn a little bit of light on so you can see this better. So I'm going to use my scoring blade. Just going to drop it right in here in the cartridge. And I'm going to turn this over and center it on my trimmer. And I'm going to score it down the middle. So I kind of want to make sure that this has a good solid line on it that I can just fold over. So I'm going to take the scoring blade out, put the regular one back in there. And then see, here's that scoring line, kind of right down the middle right there. I'm going to fold this over. You could have just folded it in half, but it's just easier for me to use that scoring blade because it folds over a whole lot easier. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this 45-degree angle here on my trimmer. And I'm going to line this paper up, and I'm going to just trim the edge off of it. So I'm going to put the paper right on the trim line, right here, this left-hand line on my trimmer. I'm going to put this on the trim line, and I'm going to line the paper up along this 45-degree angle. This is just so that I can get the cut that I want on this paper. Okay, now I'm going to move this up just a couple inches. So I've got, let's see, that's 1 inch, 1.5 inches. So this will cut, actually I'm going to cut it at 1.75 inches. So that's going to be all the way up against this last line right here on this trimmer. I'm going to cut it at 1.75 inches. I'm going to cut one more, the seam. Just line it right up at that line on the end right there. It doesn't have to be perfect. The important part is getting it on this 45-degree line right here. Okay, and then when you open it up, it looks like this big arrow. Isn't that cool? I've got a couple of those. Now I want one for the base. I want one for the bottom. So I'm going to move this up and I'm going to cut this up kind of high. Let's see, I'm going to trim it. I'll just have an extra one here. That's another 1.75 inches that I won't need. And then I'm going to cut it again because I don't want the bottom to be really big. Let's see if I cut it here to 2, 3, 4. I'm going to cut it at the 2-inch mark. 1, 2, yeah. Okay. So I'm going to use those on another one. And then here's the bottom. You know what, did I cut those wrong? No, I'll just do it. I'll just do it this way. Okay. So now I'm going to get these. I cut a little bare, and that's fine. So these will get filled in about there. And this one. So this one I cut a little different, which is fine. It's just going to give you a little different look. Okay, I'm going to pull this 2-inch one back out over here. And I'm going to adhere this one on the bottom. I'm going to put this right on the bottom here. Center it. Now I'm going to put this on my mat and measure up, let's see, probably about, this is about the 2-inch mark. I'm going to put this up about the 4-inch mark. I'm going to put that one there. And this one's going to go up and it'll go up on the top there. Okay. I'm going to put it up about 2 inches. And I'm going to do the same thing with this one. So isn't that cool? It just gives it a little different look. It doesn't look like you had folded this and cut it. It looks like you had done some little fancy cutting or something on here. I'm going to put this up another couple of inches. Let's see. 1, 2, about right here. Which I think is going to take it right up close to the top. Yeah. There we go. Okay, now I'm going to use this punch. And I love this. This is so pretty. And I'm going to use the black shimmer on this. So using these standalone border punches, you've got these marks here on either side. And this is where you will start your paper if you're going to move it, if you're going to punch and then move it to the right. If you're going to punch it and move it to the left, you'll start your punch right here. Okay. So I'm going to move it to the right because I have more room on the right. I'm going to line that up and make sure the paper is straight across the back. Now, see all these blue marks here? This is the actual pattern that's punched. You're going to move the piece over that you punched and match it up right here. Now, see this little triangle right here on the bottom? This is going to help you line up your punch because this pattern is so repetitive. Some of our punches have these little triangles here that will help you line up where you're going to punch again with the paper. So I'm going to put it back in here. And since this is just a partial one, I'm going to cover up all the blue from this little section right here and put that little triangle right there. Okay, now I'm going to move it over. And now that there's two triangles, making sure that the punch covers all the blue right there. And do that all the way across. Isn't this gorgeous? I absolutely love this punch. And honestly, I can't remember the name of it right now. So I will put it in the comments when I post this video. So if you guys like it, you know which one to ask your advisor for. Because I believe this is, last I knew it was an advisor exclusive, but it may not be. They may, you may be able to order it just off your advisor's website. Okay, that one's done. And see how when it lines up on here, it just makes that so pretty. Now I'm going to put a little piece of gold right behind here. Or maybe I won't. Maybe I will use the firecracker shimmer. I think I'm going to cut a small piece from the firecracker shimmer and see what that looks like behind this. On the other one, I used the gold shimmer, and I may just do that again, but I just want to see what this one looks like behind it. So this is the firecracker red shimmer. And I'm only going to cut, how much did I cut on that one? Was it 1/4 of an inch or 1/8 of an inch? Let's see. I measured this. I think I need 1/4 of an inch. So I'm going to put this all the way into the gray mat right here. Just right here at the end of this gray piece, cutting piece. So it's just going to give me a small 1/4 of an inch cut. I'm going to put that behind this black piece and see what it looks like. Ooh, that's pretty. But what I wanted to do is accent the red that's on this right here. So let's see what that looks like. I may just switch it to the gold. Nope. Nope. I'm not going to switch it to the gold. I'm going to put that back behind there. So I will use the repositionable adhesive on the back of this. Use quite a bit. I like to use the regular adhesive. I'm sure you guys have heard me say that before because I tend to use too much of this repositionable tape and it goes out real fast. So that can get a little expensive. So now I'm going to put this shimmer right down the center of this punched piece. And it's not exactly straight, so let me fix this just a little bit. want it straight up. Okay, now I'm going to put this right down the center of this border. And I'm just going to eyeball it, get it as close to the center as I can. There we go. And there's the base. Now, what I want to do is take the black shimmer again, and I need to trim off some of these little triangles. So I have a straight edge to put on the border. Now I cut the base at 2 inches. And this I want to have, I do want it straight. So maybe I'm just going to go ahead and trim it. Trim those off of there. There we go. That was easier. Now I want this to be about, oh, I didn't get it all right. Okay. 2¼ inches. Since my base is 2 inches, I want this just a little bit bigger. So it'd be the 2¼ and then I want to take the gold and I'm going to make it 2½ so it's just 1/4 inch bigger for each layer. Okay, done with that for now. Now I'm going to adhere this one to the black shimmer piece. There again, I'm just going to eyeball it, put it down the center. Okay, now I'm going to put it on, I think, the gold. Ooh, that's pretty. But now I wonder if I want to pull in that red. So see how you guys can just kind of mix and match the colors. See what it looks like. See if you like it. Because I want to pull some of that red out of here. But you know what? I actually still like the gold better. So we're going to stick with the gold. And back to using my regular adhesive. You don't need a lot of adhesive. This adhesive is permanent. So a little bit will take you a long way. I'm gonna again just center it on the border, on the gold shimmer. And there we go. Isn't that pretty? Oh, it's so classy and it's so gorgeous. Isn't that amazing? So now let's see. If we grab one of the other sheets of paper, use this maybe as a background, then you can add your border onto your page. And then add some photos. But see how that just jazzes up that page? Super simple, super easy. We can add some photos on here. You can go with a couple of 4x6 photos. And then maybe some embellishments or stickers in the corner of the page. Maybe down here. The other thing is move this over and you can put a journaling box right here. I just want to remind you guys that scrapbooking is fun, And I know sometimes it may be a little overwhelming, but the most important part of scrapbooking are your photos and your journaling. It's super important to put your who, what, when, where on your pages so that one of these days when we're not here anymore, our kids and our grandkids will know what we were doing and who we were with and just all the blessings that we've had for our lives. Instead of looking at a photo and going, gosh darn, I don't even have a clue who's in this photo. Well, let's toss it. That is so sad. Don't let that happen. Don't let that happen to your scrapbooks. Make sure you've got your journaling on there. Okay? So let me show you what the other ones may look like. This one was a little bit bigger. This is the 2.5-inch one. Ooh, that one's pretty too. That one looks really nice. So depending on the colors that you choose, the papers that you choose, that was the one I just put on there. Oh, here's the original other one. Here we go. Okay, there we go. So um, thank you for joining me. I really appreciate it. It's so much fun showing you guys my border ideas or the page ideas that I get from kind of all over the place. And I hope you enjoyed it. Have a great week. Hope the Lord blesses you abundantly this week. All right. Thanks so much. And I will talk to you later. Bye.